So, Sheryl, you talked about, obviously, the Fever struggling early in the season, but let's talk about what's happened lately. Been one of the hottest teams in the W post-Olympic break. I believe 9-4 in that span. Caitlin Clark, huge reason for that success. So, set the WNBA single-season assist record. Kept adding to a record-breaking season on Sunday, dropping a career-high 35 points in a win over the Dallas Wings to set the WNBA single-season scoring record for a rookie, surpassing Simone Augustus' previous record. So we got to add context. Clark has 761 points in 39 games. Augustus set the previous record of 744 points in 2006 when the WNBA season was only 34 games. But for the season, Caitlin Clark's averaging 20 points, league-leading 8 assists, 6 rebounds, 1.3 steals. Now has the Fever back in the playoff for the first time since 2016. So are you surprised by Caitlin Clark and the Fever's improvement since the Olympic break?
Since the Olympic break?
Or do they need that rest?
No, no doubt. I think, and so I've talked about this with some other people. I felt like the Olympic break helped the Indiana Fever more than any other team. And I felt like the Olympic break really hurt Chicago. Because I thought before the break, Indiana was playing well, Chicago was playing well, and granted, there have been injuries and things like that. But since the Olympic break, this Indiana Fever team, to me, is a completely different team. And I don't know if people really understand how much rest plays a part of that. Because when you look at Caitlin, she went from playing in college, playing in the Final Four, going to the draft, going to training camp, season starts, and the Fever are playing, I don't know how many games they played just in a row. But what I've seen from this team, it's not just about one player, but their ability to really gel together, and their chemistry right now is they look like they've been playing together for years. And I do think what Caitlin's been able to do in a short period of time has been very impressive, right? And so, because I know people are like, oh my God, you said she wouldn't be good. But I didn't say she wouldn't be good. What I said was I didn't think Caitlin or Angel would come into the league and dominate immediately, which I don't think either of them did.
You weren't the only one who said that, too. I think a lot of people felt that way. You talk to a lot of players in the W, it's like, look, it's hard for rookies to make that transition from college to the W.
Gino said it too.
But it is hard.
And but it's unfortunate.
But you said it. But you're saying it. Dominate, right? When we're talking about Caitlin, we're talking about when she said dominate. When we're saying dominate, we're thinking what she does in college.
Score the ball.
Mm-hmm.
She's dominated college. Right?
No, she dominated in college.
She dominated. So when she says you won't come here and dominate off the rip, averaging 17 is not dominated compared to averaging 30-something for 4 straight years.
But that was also the first half of the season. Mm-hmm. I feel like after the break, I still don't think she's dominating, but she's a different player than she was in the first half of the season. And I think because of her adjustment and her ability to play first half of the season, you have a break. And it was great that the Olympics was this year, right? That she came into the league. You had a break, had an opportunity to work on your game, do whatever it was she did, but also an opportunity to practice with your teammates. And I've never questioned if Caitlin was a good player.
Yeah.
I think she's a hell of a player. And my thing was, no, I didn't think she would come in and dominate. I thought it would take her some time to adjust to being a professional. And to me, I think that's exactly what she's done. And her teammates have, they too have taken their game to a whole nother level. I think that's what has made this Indiana Fever team a hell of a team post-Olympic break.
Yeah.
You know what I think? I think leading the WNBA in assists is dominated.
You think so?
I do.
Why?
Because she's a rookie. She's never been in this atmosphere.
But also leading in turnovers, too.
I was going to mention I was going to get into all of that.
But those turnovers are not really her turnovers.
And that's why I was going to get into it. So the domination, when you talk about her already leading the W in assists, and a lot of the assists that she could have gotten were now turnovers.
Yeah.
because they're either,
Sure, you can say that about every player.
Of course, but this is obvious with her. She's throwing pitcher heads, wide open layups. They're smoking them. This could be 13 a game. This could be 14 a game. Like they're literally just dropping passes. And she's making a lot of mistakes as a point guard, as a rookie.
So
she makes a lot of mistakes.
So when the problem with this statement, and it's easy to come at you when she's successful, right?
For sure.
Right?
For sure.
If we had a number, if we would have said, when we're talking about dominating with Caitlin Clark, what would those numbers have? What was the numbers?
It would have been a scoring number.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right?
Because of that high clip, shooting it.
Right, right.
We'd have been like,
That's what she did in
Do you consider 20
that's
points
what I
per
was saying
game?
when you said
so
it.
you don't consider 20 points per game?
So if her stats, when we're saying she won't do this in the W, she averaged 31.6, 7.4 rebounds, 9 assists, right? Did anyone expect her to do that in WNBA?
Those three? No.
Right? So she didn't do that.
No.
Now, if we say her stats are today, what?
20 points, 8.4 assists, 6 rebounds.
That's crazy.
But 5
That's crazy.
Five
Is
point,
that dominant?
5.6
those are
turnovers,
hell of a
too.
number.
Those are hell
For
of
a
numbers.
rookie.
But to me, that's not
Period.
dominating.
Yeah, it's only not dominating because she's a rookie.
Now,
If
No.
Yeah,
so
because if she's putting up numbers like Asia right now, would she be dominating?
yes.
So it's about the numbers. I don't look at the dominating factor being numbers. It's what you're doing on the floor. And those numbers would change if the factors on the floor changes. If you make that layup, the stats change. If you swing, I get a layup, stats change. These are factors on the floor that we don't get to see because we're glorifying the stat when we talk about dominating. And you look at the passing, like, that's an obvious thing. And Alyssa Thomas is probably the only one that could be like, yo, I'm the passer.
Yeah, but
I'm the dominating
but you
passer.
can't say that when everybody else, they're quick to throw stats, right? It's like, oh, well, this is what she did. Like somebody's like, oh, Sheryl Swoopes only scored 34 points in the WNBA. Caitlin scored 35. So you can't use stats when it benefits you.
But
and
I only use the play of the game. Like, you can say stats, and if you didn't watch the game, you're only going on what they're telling you this person scored. But if you watch the game, you're like, that person should have had 42. That person should have had 22 assists. But I watched the game. Most people only looking at the highlights.
Yeah, I don't.
For the especially for Caitlin, like when you really watch Caitlin play, you're like, damn, man, she could have had this, she could have had that, she could have been more aggressive. She's not reading the floor well. She's
For sure, you
easy
can do that for
turnovers.
every single player that plays the game.
I know, but I'm doing it for the rookie because she came in with an expectation. Everybody else didn't come in with an expectation to even analyze their game. So if we want to say whether or not Caitlin is dominating or not, we have to actually look at the totality of her game and not just the highlights.
No, but what I'm saying is it's, when we're talking about that, like, no rookie is in dominating form. Right, when we're saying dominating, you go through history and say, well, Candace Parker dominated her rookie year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cap.
You don't feel that.
She was great her rookie year. She was better than expected her rookie year. But if you take her rookie year compared to her dominating year, is it?
Can we say this?
But if you
Can we
win
say
the
this?
MVP, you can't. You wouldn't say that she dominated.
Yes.
So her best year was her rookie year?
I'm not saying it was her best year,
Was
but
her-
if I
it
come
was-
in as
it
a
was-
rookie and I'm the
was
most
it her best
valuable,
year?
but if I'm the most valuable player in the league, how can you say I didn't dominate the league that year?
Is it your best year?
No.
Your best year is your most dominating year, right?
But why can't I have 5 dominating years?
You could.
Shaq?
I mean, I think it's
Rookie
different.
year was dominating? No.
Dominant versus most dominant. I think it's two different.
But that's what I'm saying is because we're throwing a blanket on it, right? We're throwing a blanket
Let's
on
say
it.
this. Dominant as a rookie.
Do we
She's more dominant than all of the rookies.
But we didn't use it in rookie term.
Well, because she didn't come
that's
in
what
with
I
the
said.
statement
We didn't-
saying that
No,
she's going
but
to be
it
the
wasn't
most dominant rookie.
No, my statement was, because everybody was talking, right? My statement was, I don't think, and let me clarify this. I made the statement about both Angel and Caitlin, not just Caitlin.
Right.
My statement was, I don't think either of them are going to come into the league and dominate immediately, meaning what they did in college.
Over all of the
Everybody.
players in the W.
And the reason why I said it is because you have a player like an Asia Wilson who has been in this league for a while and gets better every single year, that and maybe this was more so for the new fans who never watched the WNBA. So my point being, there is hella talent in this league. It's not going to be as easy as y'all think it's going to be.
Right.
But also saying, don't put all that pressure on these rookies, and just say Angel and Caitlin in particular, because that's who everybody was talking about. Like, don't put all that pressure on them to feel like they got to come in and do what they did in college. Like, let them get to the league, let them adjust, let them understand what it means to be a pro.
Well, that's why I say she dominated from the aspect of her peers, which are the other rookies. I was the most dominant rookie that came in, and I dominated.
But if that was explained like that, who was going to be the most dominant rookie?
Exactly.
Then that would have been easy.
But it wasn't about the rookies. It was about all the talent in the league.
So because she surpassed that. Now that she's surpassed dominating all the rookies, she's chasing Asia now.
But as the number one overall pick, is that expected when you come into the W?
Like when the word dominating came out, it was basically, for me, is she going to be doing what she does in college as a rookie? No. Is she going to be doing that at some point? Probably, right? Because eventually the skill set turns over.
Absolutely.
So if this is her rookie year, she only gets better.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? So
without question.
At some point she's averaging 20, whatever. Is there going to be a point in time where she averages 28 and 9? Yeah.
Here's a good question.
No,
it should be, yes. And that's when you say dominating.
Here's a good question then. What guard, other than Caitlin, is dominating the league right now?
Dominating?
Guard.
I don't know
but
if there is a guard.
You got to compare to what they do. Alyssa?
I'm just saying guard.
Well,
Alyssa,
really a guard.
Alyssa's a 4.
So here's what I would tell you.
You're
guard?
Saying,
I'm saying between
listen, you're saying right now.
Right now. What?
I would also say this. Kelsey Mitchell is
right there.
Pretty good.
That's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
So you got Enrique, you got Kelsey, you got Kennedy.
Enrique, probably Enrique.
Enrique for
but
sure.
We have to, dominating has to be what your attributes are. Right? So
I'm dominating at what I'm good at.
What are you good at?
My thing is this.
And Caitlin's not dominating
a scorer
at
like
what
them.
she's good at
The player
yet.
that's dominating is Asia Wilson.
No,
We talking
guards.
I know,
Yeah.
but so I'm saying I don't know if there is a guard that's dominating.
But you say Kelsey Mitchell, Kelsey shooting 47% from the field, 40% from 3.
She's dominating.
We'll say
Kelsey
Enrique.
Mitchell is
averaging 20 a game.
she's having a hell of
Her
a
field goal
game right now.
percentage is
No, but we'll say for her skill, Enrique, right? She's like she's supposed to average 20. Like she's dominating. We know what we've seen from Caitlin, and we know the assist is there yet. She hasn't, like the second half of the season, the 28, the 35s, she's starting to feel it.
Yes.
Next year and her third year, we should expect brilliant basketball because the game she didn't figure it out. This year's still a learning.
But it also, I agree with that, but it also depends on the players that are around her, how great she can be. Because I feel like the second half of the season, like those 19 assists, which are crazy numbers, and you're saying, yeah, it could have been more, agree. But if you don't have players around you that can score the basketball, you're not going to get 19 assists. Kelsey Mitchell has been incredible since Olympic break. Lexi Hull, once Christy decided to pull Lexi from the end of the bench and put her in the game, has changed the team, right? Aaliyah Boston. So yes, I think to your point, her next year, she'll get better. Her third year, she's gonna be even better than this year, which is expected. My question to you is this. So if you're the number one draft pick, right? Aaliyah Boston, number one draft pick last year, went to Indiana. There are expectations for her to be great, right? She's the number one draft pick for a reason. And everybody wants to compare Caitlin to Angel, which to me I hate because they're two totally different players. Angel Reese was drafted number 7 to Chicago. Not a lot of expectations. People were like,
Slipped in the draft.
She slipped in the draft. She couldn't score in college, all of that. There was no way I thought Angel was going to come into the league and be dominant, which she wasn't. But Angel's game, her offensive game, everybody knows this, has never been, it wasn't even that great in college, right? So yes, she has to work on that. There are things Caitlin has to work on. My question to you is, not necessarily where do you rank Angel, but Angel's averaging a double-double, rebounds. To me, one of the best rebounders I've ever seen in the game. And people want to talk about her own misses, which I don't agree with that. But if they are, box her ass out and rebound.
Yeah, true.
Right?
It doesn't matter.
So if you don't want her to get it, box her out. So she's averaging a double-double. And as the number 7 pick, I don't really think people expected that. No. So do you consider her dominating?
Yes.
No.
Yes, I do.
Why?
Because you look at the dynamic of how you can change the game when you come into the game and how no one has an answer for the things you're doing to change the game. Angel proves that she can come in the game and change the dynamic and shift the game due to her rebounding, her knack for understanding where to be and how to fucking do it. And she did it at a rate where she could average 15, 16 boards a game easy, right? So I look at
13.1 rebounds.
So I'm looking at Caitlin, right? And we say, the reason I forged the question of dominance between guards is because she's giving you 20 and 9, right? There's no other guard giving you those aspects. So when we talk Joker, remember how we talk Joker? We have to take away his assists for it to be a conversation amongst other bigs because he has a dynamic that separates him.
Okay.
And it offers points, it offers camaraderie, it offers team confidence because I'm passing. Caitlin Clark dominated her rookie year because she brung points and she brung assists and she brought wins.
See, why
That's
do you keep using
dominance.
rookie year?
Because she's never been here before. She has no
I
experience.
know, but what I'm saying, so do you think this is the best she can be?
No, I'm just saying
but
this
no.
year she dominated amongst the people that didn't think that she could. She gave you points and she gave you an assist. So you tell me the other guards, Arike, Kelsey, all these other guards that you can name up and line up beside her.
I can't compare
and say,
it's like me comparing Allen Iverson with Mark Jackson. If all the guards are like Mark Jackson and then Allen Iverson come in, I can't compare. They're two
but Mark
different
Jackson
breeds.
is not giving you 20 and 10.
Because he can't physically do it.
Right, but
this is a
Caitlin
different.
can.
But this
So
is
you
a
can't
different
say
breed.
Mark Jackson
What I'm saying
versus
is,
Allen
this
Iverson.
is a different breed This is a new breed that's coming in, right? This is just the beginning. So if I say she's dominant, I know what you're capable of.
But you're
so I'm not
comparing
even
it-
gonna, I'm not even gonna pretend that
the
this.
dominant
I know
part
you
is-
are a 30 and 10, 12 person. So I'm not
that's
even
what you
gonna
did in
say you're
college.
dominant.
No,
I know what you're capable of. Like
If
when
you throw
Kobe had
Elijah
Shaq,
out, you
we
throw-
all knew when Shaq left. What did we say? Oh, this motherfucker's about to dominate.
No.
Yes, we did.
Kobe Bryant was the most dominant.
KD left,
he was the most dominant two guard during the three-peat.
The dominant two guard.
During the three-peat.
And then what didn't we see what dominance really looked like when Shaq left? Yes. This is dominant. That other shit was, oh, you were really good. This is dominating. 81, 60, and 3. This was a dominating.
They had two
when
dominating
KD left, who wrote it? Someone wrote, oh shit. Russell might average a triple-double. Then there was a player who said that. I don't know what player. There was a player, when KD left, someone said, oh, Russell might fuck around and average a triple-double this year. No one believed it. But someone seen, like, we know what his potential is. Caitlin's potential is 30, guaranteed.
No doubt.
When that happens, that is her dominant year.
No.
Reese?
No, bro.
Austin Rivers.
No,
Austin Rivers
you can't equate dominance just to points, bro.
I have a question.
But because the 30 and 12, that's going to be 30, 12, and she's going to have eight rebounds.
Yeah.
That's what her potential is.
Yeah.
No, I get that, but
That's
what she's
Angel
doing
Reese.
right now
Angel
is still
Reese.
dominant. She's still doing
Angel Reese.
19 assists is not dominating?
Yes.
But she's not averaging 19.
19
She's averaging 10?
No, what I'm
20
saying
points
is-
and 8.4
What I'm
assists.
saying is Angel Reese.
She ain't averaging. How many
Angel-
assists?
20 points and 8.4 assists.
She ain't
19.5 points and
Angel
8.4
Reese.
assists.
9 assists.
Remember, I
Angel Reese dominating
get
this
the numbers
year.
right.
Angel Reese dominating this year? No. No, this is not a dominant.
No,
year for her.
she's not.
This is a baby.
But
She's a baby right now.
But basically, but just for all you have to see, we're not talking about where she's going to go in the
Because
future.
It doesn't even make sense.
What-
How
what-
can
what-
it not
no,
be
you know
dominant?
what?
If she has no expectation.
What record does she
and
have
then she
this-
comes in and she leads the
Consecutive
league.
double-doubles
Consecutive
record and then the
double-doubles.
rebounding record.
Say it again.
Consecutive double-doubles and the
And
rebounding
rebound.
record.
Next year, she's gonna break that.
But that's already a dominant record right now.
No.
She
But
dominated the rebounding.
But the problem is she dominated it, but we know that's the bottom line of it.
Yes, but we can't
She's
say
gonna
it's not a dominant.
She's gonna
She
push
dominated.
it again.
Yeah,
Both of them dominated.
All we can do is sit here right now, September 17th, and say what it is right now. We can't say
She dominated.
Okay,
I think
She
they both-
dominated.
I think
Now we can go
They
back
both
to
If we
dominated.
take away,
They both have really good rookie.
if we take
They
away,
both led in the categories they're good at.
No.
Doesn't make them dominant.
They dominated the year. They left.
we
They
take away-
ended at the top.
If we take away the expectations, and say we didn't expect anything from them because we never seen them play, okay, they dominated. Right? They dominated. They dominated as
but
rookies.
when you
But that
watch-
was the expectation she set up. Listen.
No, her expectation was 30.
No. Her expectation
My
came in saying,
expectations
she's
were
saying,
what?
you guys are not gonna come in here and dominate like you think. That's her saying, listen, whatever your expectation is
It
for
would've been
yourself,
better
it's
for
gonna be more
I
difficult.
said dominate immediately.
Immediately, yeah. So regardless,
you know what?
the
And they didn't
expectation,
dominate
and they
immediately.
didn't. But the
That's what
expectation
I
was
said.
set. It was set that, hey, look, we're not expecting y'all to come in here and dominate. We're not expecting you to come in here and
But
dominate.
the thing is, I think a lot of people treated that as you trying to bash Angel and Caitlin instead of just pointing out that the W
It's gonna be
has
tough.
great players.
Yes, it's tough.
You know what I mean? I think that's the
It should have been the bottom.
That's just crazy.
It should have been the bottom. It should have been the bottom line of what the expectation was.
Okay, but I have a question. I have a question for Rashard. So, given, you're like, yeah, they both dominate. How do you look at it if you're giving up or you're giving out 8 assists per game? Yeah, she's had several double-digit assists. But you got turnovers, right?
Yep.
You're leading in turnovers.
Yep.
I get it. She's a rookie. It happens. She'll get better. But do you factor in what she's given up on the defensive end?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
And you still say she dominated?
No. That's the thing that fights against her. The thing that overweighs that is the winning.
Okay.
So the dominating factor of me being a point guard, I have to now point, I have to score, and I have to distribute. And during those distributions, I'm turning it over. Great. But guess what we're doing? We're winning. We're winning.
Okay. Okay. So since we know LeBron's career, rookie 25-5, was that considered dominating?
You wouldn't say that was a dominant rookie season for LeBron.
See,
Just based
again,
on that.
you said it now. Rookie season. You're adding rookie season.
Because
Yes.
they have
I said
no
rookie season. Yes.
Yeah,
But if we were
that's
having
the
this conversation in 2004, that's all we would base.
Yeah,
it on.
that's
what I'm
all
saying.
we would
Now-
talk about.
Now we have a full
But
21
the
season
state, but see,
sample size.
you're capitalizing on rookie season.
I didn't say it was the most dominant.
We did say it was the most dominant.
No,
We did
what
not.
I'm saying is
Well,
the
but I
statement
didn't say
was dominating.
the league.
They were the
Like,
league,
I didn't say
not
I didn't
rookie.
say she's not going to dominate
As a rookie.
Right?
Well, y'all leaving
Because
out the
here's my-
context that she is a rookie, so you only can say as a rookie. She's a rookie, so if she comes in and dominates, now you have to say, as a rookie, she dominated.
But you said, yeah, she dominated all rookies.
Yeah,
but I
you're
never,
using
but I
rookies.
never, but I never said
Yes.
she's not going to come in and dominate immediately over all the rookies.
But the key word to me in all of this is dominate, regardless of rookie
But-
or
so-
whatever.
well, so-
they
So
dominate.
was 25-5
But she didn't.
by LeBron dominating
Yes,
in the NBA.
because Melo had the same thing.
But was he considered dominating?
Both
in
of
the
them
NBA?
dominated
So if
amongst
we
the
go
rookies.
through the stats and we look at everybody's stats, we're gonna point those out as dominating stats.
Amongst the
No,
rookies.
you're gonna use rookie because you gotta add
You
rookie
have
to
to.
make it make sense. But that wasn't the statement. The statement wasn't among rookies. Because if we said rookies, she would have probably said yes. We would all
Oh,
said yes.
easily.
But
She's
what
the
was
number one
the discourse
pick.
about?
Said
What was
you.
the discourse about LeBron coming from high school to the NBA? He wasn't going to.
Was he gonna dominate? But no one called it.
He's not going to come in
but no
right
one
away
called-
and beat.
No
the
one
guy.
called it dominating.
No one
he
that
averaged
was
25
top tier 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years in is not gonna call it dominating. But the motherfuckers who are watching, who's never seen LeBron play in the NBA, they're gonna say, that boy came in and he's doing everything they said he was gonna do.
Didn't make an All-Star game, didn't make an All-NBA team. You talk about Caitlin and Angel, both made the All-Star.
Caitlin's gonna be first team
But
all
the
WNBA.
real basketball player said, yeah, we in trouble. We know when he finds his rhythm, he's gonna take over this.
Because he's dominating now.
He's good
Because he's
now.
dominating now.
He's good now. He's not
He's dominating the rookies, though.
Michael Jordan's rookie year, he averaged 28. Dominating.
Come on, how's that different, bro? You just up the numbers.
22
You just
versus
up the
18,
numbers
though.
to say that the numbers are high. 28, dominating. So 13 rebounds is not dominating? 13 rebounds a game for Angel Reese is not dominating?
When Jordan came in the game, right, he was second or third in scoring in the league. Third or second in scoring, right? So you can say, oh, he's
Caitlin's number one in assists in the league.
But she's a scorer.
So what? What does that matter?
So-
She's still the leader in assists.
So when what is her first ability?
Passing. Which is what she's leading in. Passing.
Okay.
Passing.
Now we're lying.
Passing.
You're lying. Her first.
Passing.
Her first.
She passes first, Gilbert. She shoots because
No,
she can
does
pass.
not. She does not pass first.
She's a traditional point
listen,
guard first.
she does not pass first.
Let's just make it sense.
Rashard, no.
When Jordan
No.
came in, averaged 28. His third year, he averaged 35, right? Then 37. Those became dominant. Caitlin Clark is averaging 20. We all, stop lying to yourself. We all said, this is probably the worst her offense is going to be, right?
No.
She's going to be worse than this?
We just not talking
No,
about
hold on.
the
You're
shooting.
saying-
I'm not talking about the scoring.
Her
or the shooting.
assist is going to be her assist. Do you think she's going to be a better scorer next year and the year after?
Yes.
Do you? Okay, thank you. Jesus Christ. So this is the bottom end of her scoring. Same thing with Angel Reese. We know most likely Angel Reese, this is the bottom end of her scoring. She's going to get better scoring and she's going to get better rebound. There might be a year where she averages 15 and 15.
Yeah.
Dominating. There might be a year where she might fuck around and surprise us all and average 20 points.
Is it okay?
We don't put 20 points on her, but she might average 20 points one year,
ask you this.
and it might be 20 and 17.
Is it okay?
Dominating.
Is it okay for us to have different definitions of dominating?
No.
We gotta have your
No, we
definition.
cannot have-
We gotta have your definition.
We cannot
right?
have different definitions.
So we gotta go with yours.
We cannot have different
So do
different
we have to
definitions.
go with your definition?
No. Whatever the word.
That's what it sounds like, Gilbert. It sounds like you're
Whatever
making the
definition
rules.
the
Domination.
definition of dominance is, that's the definition.
So
we can't change it.
So if I'm at the top of my category,
your category
if I'm at the top
of your category.
of my category, what is the deciding factor whether I'm dominating or not?
Because is that your skill?
Bro, what the fuck does that have to do with me being at the top, dominating at this category?
That's not your
regardless
peak,
if my skill is fucking guitaring and I'm over here fucking drumming.
Okay.
If I'm killing in the fucking drums, this ain't my skill. Shit, I'm dominating in this now.
So, question for you.
I'm a good drummer and a
Question
good
for you.
guitarist.
Question for you.
I dominate this
Okay.
shit. I'm good at both.
Okay. Question for you. As a number one draft pick,
Like, you make it sound like someone's hating because you don't want to listen.
I'm not. I'm
You
just giving-
keep saying, we know she averages 9 assists.
I'm just saying she's
right?
dominating. I'm not
That's
saying
her
nobody's
passing,
hating. I'm just saying
right?
she dominated.
We're both saying the same thing.
You
This
just
is
saying
the
down line.
this is the bottom end of her scoring.
Right.
We know she's
She's
gonna
going to
turn
the
it up.
moon.
When she turns it up, that's when I'm like, this mother.
That's when you saying that.
That's when she's
I'm saying it right now. That's the difference.
That means you
between
don't have
us.
no expectation then.
That's why she's dominating, my nigga.
Because you don't have no expectation?
She's dominating because
But before the start of the season, if I said, Sheryl, Angel Reese is going to break the rebounding record and Caitlin Clark's going to break the assist record, that would be a far stretch and a reach of what was going to happen. And there's
because you can't say that because you didn't do that.
But I'm just saying, if I would have came in and said that, hey,
if that was the narrative.
Angel Reese is going to have the
coming
most
in.
rebounds in a single season in WNBA history. And I said that back in
If you would have said that back in and said
both of them would have dominated.
she would have led in rebounding. We could have put the thought to
he
say
didn't say dominate.
If I said she's gonna set the
If you would
rebounding
have said it
record,
like that,
if she
I
said-
probably would have been like, okay, well, let me think what that record is.
but I wouldn't have said it because I wouldn't have thought that it would happen.
No, but what I'm saying,
I'm just being real.
But no, because nobody put it out there like that. No one asked the
So we
question.
didn't have an expectation?
No, what I'm saying is, do you think Reese would break the rebounding record as a rookie, right? And then we would have said, okay, what is the rebounding record? Then would have said, oh, she has to average this.
I would have said hell no.
We
That's just
don't
me.
know.
I would have said
And then
there's
if
no
we
way
would have
she
said
could do that.
Caitlin Clark leading the league in scoring. I mean, in assists, we'd have to go back and say, I don't know.
With 18 in the
not.
league, I
We
would
wouldn't
have
have
said
had
no.
a definite. We wouldn't have had a definite.
We have a tweet. Carrington said, hey, listen up, ladies.
Who?
But how,
Carrington.
But time out. No,
Listen up,
no.
ladies.
Make sure you get the tweet right.
She might lead the league.
That ain't what she said. That ain't what she said.
What did she say?
That ain't what
Caitlin
she said.
Clark just might lead the league.
That ain't what she said.
So
What's
that
she-
wasn't
Time out.
What's
That
she
ain't
that
what
wasn't
she
so that means she's seen this
No,
coming then.
but
A
listen,
passing.
But that's not what she said.
What'd she say?
This football season went up to 1,000 times your cash every game day, only on Underdog. Just pick higher or lower on your favorite player stats, like touchdowns, yards, and so much more. Millions of fans from all over the U.S. have won over $1 billion on Underdog. Underdog is offered in 33 states across the country, and this season, they'll be running a special, bonus, or promo almost every single day.
Every day.
Sign up for Underdog today using promo code GIL, and you'll get a free pick as a part of your first cash entry, plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. Again, that's promo code
Gil.
Cash in on every touchdown this season with Underdog. We did it!
So first of all, you have to understand, Dejanay and Alyssa Thomas are teammates. So Alyssa Thomas led the league in assists last year. Dejanay, in a jokingly manner, said, only to AT, to Alyssa Thomas.
I have it.
She didn't say that to the league. You said, she said, listen up, ladies.
No, I'm
You know,
saying
you
that
got to be
and I'm
correct on
saying
here.
She tweeted, Caitlin
out.
might lead the league in
Sheryl,
assists
I'm
this
saying
year.
that
Time out.
it's Twitter space, and
But
the
listen,
ladies are
because-
Twitter.
Because
I'm
I
saying
need
that the
to
ladies are-
respond to this.
I'm saying that the ladies
Yes,
are
she tweeted to AT, Caitlin might break your assist record this year.
But she didn't.
AT responded and said,
Don't play with
Nay,
me,
don't
Nay.
play with me. So let's keep going. So then I put laughing faces to what AT said. Because I was laughing at Alyssa Thomas being like, Nay,
my
don't
shit.
play with me.
This is my shit.
Yeah, she's like, Nay,
Yes.
don't play with me.
This is
right?
what I do. That's
But what's wrong with that, though?
No.
this is
There's-
my
this is
thing is,
Deanna
what-
saying
but
that
what's wrong
Caitlin.
with that?
This is what Deanna's saying, that Caitlin might just lead the
But
league
the-
in assists. She's
so-
saying, listen, this girl is really like that, and she
in the
might
past-
do this.
Okay, good. Yes. So that means the expectation of her passing very well, somebody's seen it. Right?
Three
there's
people seen it.
But there's nobody was expecting her to average 30, right? Because no one put numbers on it.
Well, if somebody
For us-
would have tweeted that and be like,
Yeah.
well, you're wrong. Like, obviously, she didn't average 30, she averaged 19.5.
Yeah.
And then, but nobody on the other side is going to be like,
but
yeah, like that's a
what I'm
bad thing.
saying.
Nobody's gonna say the average of 19.
But
is
and
a
that's
bad
why,
thing.
because no one put any numbers on it, everyone kind of, like now everyone's definition is skewed. I think year 3, she's gonna be at 27 and 10, 27 and 10. And I'm gonna be like, oh, she's dominating now. Right? We know, we know what fucking dominating means. Right now, very good. Right? She's very good. She is on, we call it GOAT status. She's moving in that direction of one day being in that category. Yes, we can see the trajectory now. Angel, next year, 13 and 15, 13. That's fucking
Can I ask
possible.
you a question then?
She's gonna break her own record. You know why? Because she has a record now, and she's missed the last 6, 7 games. So she's gave herself some wiggle room to keep breaking her record every year.
Is
And not-
Caitlin
but
Clark?
not just- but
Is
not just
Caitlin Clark the
rebounding.
best
I'm
rookie?
sorry, but not just the rebound.
Not even close.
She's not. Caitlin Clark's not the best rookie.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, she's the best rookie, right?
This year, yes.
She's the best rookie.
Not even close, but it's not even close. It was never close.
but I have a question for you.
close.
Question for you, Sheryl.
I think it was close in the beginning.
If we wanted it to be.
No, to me it was.
So
in the
3
beginning.
WNBA MVPs in your career. Would you consider each of those 3 seasons as dominant seasons for yourself?
No.
Okay. See, well, we need perspective in life.
No.
So you were the best player in the W, but you don't think.
But I don't think I dominated.
Who
I
dominated?
thought, I don't know.
And the time that you was
No,
playing,
but I'm
you
just saying,
think
I don't
was a
know.
dominant player?
I don't know if I dominated. I played very well. And I played very well on both sides of the ball. But I scored, I rebounded, I defended. But to me, you can win MVP and not be dominant.
Okay, I see
So
that.
being number one in your category doesn't mean that you're dominating the category. If you're number one in points for the league,
You know,
if you're number one in points, are you dominating the league because you're averaging 30, or are you just putting up?
What year did Kobe dominate? When you was like, this is the most dominant motherfucker in the league, and he's dominant. What year?
Probably 06,
What was his stats? 06.
35 a game.
Okay. Dominated. Asia Wilson this year. What do we say?
Because here's my thing
But
to
the
me.
35 wasn't the reason why he dominated.
what I'm saying,
it
this
was
year-
the consecutive points back to
back.
back to 40, the whole
yes.
month of.
And we
Yeah.
know these,
Wasn't
the-
but we
like-
know Caitlin's not there yet. We know what's coming, right? So that's why I don't want to put dominating on her right now, because I know what dominating is gonna look like when she gets into her shit.
Because
right now she's playing
tier
very-
levels to dominance,
Yeah.
though. That's what I'm trying to explain to
Oh,
you.
okay.
That her tier level
Yeah.
is here at
Okay,
the
so how many-
base
how many-
level.
okay.
She's base level
Level
dominance. She's gonna emerge as she goes. So now she's on ground floor level, where I came in with all my peers. Oh, all y'all rookies in here, y'all ain't on my level. Hey, Angel, you can step up. You're probably the closest one.
Okay,
Me and you gonna go to the next level.
I
We
understand.
get to take the elevator up.
But
I
I
understand.
don't know. I don't know if, like, yes, I think they both maybe exceeded expectations.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think they dominated, right?
I see what you're saying.
don't think.
I know what
Sorry,
you're saying.
because but you're also saying that Angel's probably the closest thing to Caitlyn. However you want to look at that.
Just as far as
Rookie of the year voting,
Rookie of
however
the
you
year
wanna vote.
voting, just like she's second, regardless of what anybody can say.
She should.
If Caitlin's
she should
number
be.
one. She should be number two.
But I will throw in Rakia Jackson. The
That's
reason why I throw her in
100%,
is
100%,
because
for sure.
If,
She been balling.
If Kurt Miller plays Rakia Jackson in the beginning of the season, like he's
Man.
playing her now, Rakia Jackson to me is in that conversation.
No, she's an
She should
anomaly.
be.
She's an anomaly.
Yeah.
She's got that.
Without
She's
question.
got it. She's got it.
Okay, from how you're saying it, yes, in the sense of some people's talents, right? If this was another player, that ceiling wasn't high, they would be considered dominant,
Because they ain't got
right?
they ain't
So
no ceiling.
I shouldn't be penalizing her because I think she has because Asia has. There's these, you know what I mean? With her talent, there's 10 levels of dominance.
Facts.
And we're seeing one.
Yes.
Next year, she might even tap into another set because that's her trajectory.
Facts.
Caitlin Clark's dominance has more floors than Angel Reese, right? We can say that. We don't can we say right now that Angel Reese will ever be on the Asia Wilson type of dominance? We can say no because we know her scoring is not a natural thing
Right,
like that.
right.
So we don't ever see her averaging 27 points a game.
Bullshit.
You think she's gonna average 27
I
points?
think she could. First, she's a rookie. When Asia first came into the league, Asia wasn't scoring like that.
No, was hers in college was she's a scorer.
Asia was a scorer.
But
Yeah.
so,
So, yeah, I
but
know.
do-
I get what he's saying,
can we
but will she average 27 a game? I don't know. I do see her averaging in the 20s.
Getting better. Yeah, you see her getting
Yeah,
better.
like she needs to get in the gym. And to me, the thing with Angel though is she recognizes that.
She's
Like
a
she
set.
understands.
You know
that.
what I like about her? What I do like about her skills, she understands what she does and what she
And what
doesn't
she does
do.
well.
She's not going out there saying, I'm gonna try to average 20 points a game. She knows I'm trying to get my rebounds, outlet, do my job, block, protect, hustle. She does what she does very well, and she doesn't try to conform to say, you are the scorer, I'm gonna pick for you, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna clean everything up.
Yeah.
Right? And hopefully one day they don't try to ruin her trajectory by putting her in to a category that she's not. Right? Next year, she's going to average a double-double. The following year, like, she's already set the tone for what she's going to be.
No, for sure.
Her averaging a double-double to me
Is-
is going to happen every season.
Yeah.
It's
One,
easy.
because
It's
she
easy,
just,
yeah.
she works that hard,
Yeah.
right? And once her offensive game catches up to the hard work and just her resiliency she just plays hard. Like once she gets in the gym and she's working on that, she gets some post moves. Like I definitely think she can average 20 points a game.
I think that.
I don't know if that'll happen next year, but in the next couple of years,
About 3. It's usually
I think
like
so.
like talents like this is like it's like Luka, right? Luka's first year, great. Second year, we didn't see this, right? This is a whole different beast of a guy, right? There's people that we like, okay, they're gonna be dominant. Like their first year they're good, their second year they're already like pushing the envelope. But Luka's not in his prime where this is easy work for him.
yeah, for sure.
Right? This is and
He's dominating.
he's dominating, but it's easy.
Yes, so he can go a whole.
Right, he can go a whole like.
Still
like-
level
I think
up.
sometimes when we say dominance,
What's
we're
Caitlin
looking.
averaging this year?
So Kaylin's averaging 19.5 points, 8.4 assists, I believe 5.7 rebounds.
19.5.
Asia Wilson, her rookie year, averaged 21 points, 8 rebounds.
And people would have been like, "That's dominant."
Dominant.
But we see
Finished seventh in MVP
But I'm saying,
voting.
but we see what dominance has been. I'm allowing the growth.
Yeah, but we're
And I'm
not
like-
saying most dominant.
But
we're
I
just
like.
saying-
And I'm saying dominant as a rookie.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
no,
saying
dominant as a rookie.
Dominant
But
as a
that's-
rookie.
but that's
As a
the-
rookie, you're dominant.
But can we say, is this even the best dominant?
No,
rookie?
but I don't think.
And that's what. Is this the most dominant rookie season? No, at this point it has to be Candace Parker.
But we do that too much where you got someone coming in being dominant, and then we have to compare him to the last person who was dominant. And then compare that dominance and say, well, Candace was a little bit more, just because like, well, they're both still dominant, right?
yeah.
At the end of the day, they're both
Yeah.
still dominant.
It's
But
like if-
she was just more
Like
dominant.
what's so funny is Candace's stats, her rookie season where she won an MVP was better than the year she won the MVP
That's
again.
crazy.
But that's like if I go to the
That was
Olympics.
18.5. What?
That's crazy.
That's 19 a game. She was at 19.
If I go to the
a game.
Olympics, I win
crazy.
the 100 meters. I don't set the world record. I was still the most dominant
Yeah.
amongst that field.
No, like-
Maybe
like-
not all time historically, but I'm still getting
and
that gold medal.
that's the thing. It's the all-time historically. The Shaq, like you think Shaq dominance? He's like, hey, nobody stopped Shaq for 6 years.
Yeah.
But then you don't look at that 7, 8, 9 years. Like, well, why did Shaq stop being dominant?
Yeah, and that's
What
why,
happened?
Sheryl, even with your 3 MVPs, one of those years was the most dominant of those 3. But even here,
Right.
you say, I don't feel like, but you were literally the best player in this, you know.
Right.
it's-
Because I think you can be the best player and not be the most dominant.
Yeah. Which is,
As crazy as it may
No,
sound,
and-
I
and
do.
I think well, that's like the GOAT debate with
I
Shaq.
disagree. I gotta
Sometimes
disagree.
people confuse the like James Harden, right? The year he averaged 36, he was dominant.
Yes.
Win an MVP or not win an MVP, how he played the game, how he was running off damn near 40 straight games or 20 plus, he was dominant. The game was too easy for
Yeah.
him, right?
I know.
Luka, too easy. Embiid, it doesn't have nothing to do with winning or losing. They're dominant. Them individuals is dominant. Caitlin them is not there yet.
But remember
But
the
you're saying
conversation.
you disagree. And the reason why I say that is because I don't have it in front of me, but like I wasn't the leading scorer. So according to you, if you're the leading scorer, that means you're the most dominant
According
player.
to him. According to him.
No, you said that.
No, I know. I said no. I said
no.
whatever your number one is. Like if
You're saying whatever your skill
It's-
set.
yeah, whatever your
because
skill
you
set is.
said-
I know. I said whatever your
You
skill set.
said Angel's the leading rebounder, so she dominated.
dominated
said.
rebounding, right?
Statistically, she's rebounding, not
Right,
the points.
so what?
Just-
Same difference.
No, because
so I wasn't
we-
the, okay, so
we
I
only
wasn't the
use
leading
points.
rebounder. I'm saying I wasn't the leading rebounder the year I won MVP.
Right.
Which means someone else is the leading rebounder.
Which means if you watch the game, which I said originally, if I'm watching the game, I can tell you who's dominant without stats. I can watch Sheryl Swoopes play for 40 minutes and say, she's the most dominant player on the court. She can get a shot whenever she wants. She can get somebody open whenever she wants. She can get a rebound. She do whatever she want on the floor, no problem. Conversation we had about Joker, when we asked about, is Joker just as dominant as Shaq, right?
Yeah.
And our conversation went to the left because we had to take out his assists. Because Shaq didn't have that. We're comparing him to Shaq. So the dominance of Joker is always going to be belittled because he does other things that aren't exciting. Like passing the ball. And
Because
he's not dunking on niggas. He's not, ooh, boom. Like, we'll look at Joker and be like, was he the most dominant guy in the playoffs? And we'd be like, well, if you really look at it,
I guess if you
statistically-
don't look at, like, I think dominance sometimes when it comes to, when we look at it from the hoop side of it, if we got to look at the stat sheet to see what you didn't dominate.
Didn't dominate.
Right? So you didn't dominate.
That's my whole point.
So
like,
I guess sometimes when we look at, like, Angel, when she's playing, we're like, okay, she's dominant. We don't have to go to the stats to say she had 35 and
Facts.
we don't really have to do that. So there's nights
Still.
where
But to me, that changes every night. Like,
Yeah, it changes.
like
It
depending
does.
on who's on the
Depends
floor, it's a different player that's dominating that particular game.
yes,
My thing was for the whole season.
consistently.
For the whole season.
You needed them to be
so the beginning of the
Yeah.
season. So the beginning of the season, yeah, they
but
struggled.
not only that, it was immediately. So to me, when I said immediately, it was from day one. And again, that was just my opinion.
Facts.
And I don't just look at highlights, I watch the games. So no, I didn't think that Caitlin dominated immediately.
No.
I didn't think Angel dominated immediately.
I agree.
I think since the Olympic break, I think Caitlin Clark has been a hell of a player every single game. I think Angel Reese, to me, Angel may have exceeded expectations even more so than Caitlin.
Yep.
And the reason why I say that is when you're drafted number one, you're drafted number one for a reason. And when you look at her career in college, Caitlin was a great collegiate player. When you look at Angel drafted number 7, the expectations people had on her were, to me, weren't the same as a player that's drafted number 1.
She was expected to go 2, 3, 4, like 4 after like.
Yeah,
all right,
and
that's
she
four.
dropped
But
to
she's
number
still at
7.
4.
But the fact that she dropped to 7.
It drops the expectation.
It does.
Rotation.
And also, I know because people are like, yeah, but Caitlin has Indiana back in the playoffs since 2016, which is huge. Yes, she does. Caitlin's a big part of that. Every single other player on there is a part of that too. And so when I look at Chicago, they have a completely different team.
Yeah.
They have a brand new coach who's never coached in the WNBA. They lost Kalia Copper. I can't even think of that roster. But Ka was a big part of what Chicago did last year. They have a brand new team. And yet, they're not in the playoffs, but they're fighting for that ace spot. So to me, I think Angel's a big part of that. I think Kennedy Carter's a big part of that. I think Camila Cardoso's a big part of that.
So do you, with those 3 moving forward, do you think once those girls understand, because for the most, they're twin towers of rookies. 3 years from now, that can be a scary.
It could be a problem.
That can be a problem.
If
Okay,
they get a point
for
guard.
guard.